In a quiet corner of the galaxy, far away from Earth, floated the great halls of the Zarkalan Council, the oldest and most powerful alien alliance. For thousands of years, they ruled with peace and control. They studied planets, advanced science, and made sure no wild species became too dangerous. Inside the silver glass walls of their council chamber, 12 tall aliens sat around a glowing table. Each one belonged to a different ancient race. Some had smooth crystal skin, some had long necks and glowing eyes. They spoke with their minds, not mouths. Everything was calm. Everything was in order. Until the broadcast arrived. It was sudden. A strange signal entered their systems. At first, they thought it was just background noise from space. But when they cleaned the signal, something shocking played on the screen. A planet. Blue and green. Full of clouds. A name appeared in strange letters. Earth. The aliens watched the images. Explosions, smoke, screaming voices. Strange machines with wheels and wings. Creatures, humans, running, shouting, and fighting. Primitive, said one counselor. Bored, another wild race killing itself. Let it burn, said another. They will destroy themselves. No need to interfere. But then, something changed. The screen showed a battle between humans and a strange alien scout ship. A Zarkalan probe sent many years ago, long forgotten. The humans weren't afraid. They attacked the ship. Not with advanced weapons, but with clever tricks, heavy firepower, and most of all, willpower. They brought the ship down. Silence fell in the chamber. Impossible, said Counselor Drex. Those probes are stronger than most battle cruisers. They are just animals. This must be a trick, said another. But the recording continued. More battles, more human victories. Tanks surrounding flying drones. Soldiers using old weapons in new ways. Planes crashing into alien steel. And through it all, one thing was clear. Humans would not stop. They fought with something the Council did not understand. Emotion, whispered the youngest counselor, Seer. They are driven by something we cannot calculate. The Council ordered a deeper scan of the planet. Records showed that humans had gone through thousands of wars, even among themselves. They had survived disease, famine, climate disasters. They had built weapons powerful enough to destroy their own world. And yet they lived on. And now they were fighting back against the stars. Meanwhile, on Earth, far below the clouds, a team of human scientists stood around a strange object. It had crashed into a desert in New Mexico. Burned and broken, the object still gave off heat. Its shape was nothing like anything on Earth. Smooth metal, glowing symbols. Dr. Lena Morales, the lead scientist, adjusted her glasses. This is not Russian, not Chinese. This is not from Earth. The military officer beside her nodded. And we shot it down with a basic missile. Lena turned to the screen. Inside the object, their cameras showed a small chamber. A black sphere pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat. This is a beacon, she said. Someone is listening. Then let's give them something to listen to, said the officer. He pushed a button. The sphere glowed red for a moment, and then, in that instant, Earth sent a message back. Back in the Zarkalan chamber, alarms began to ring. The humans. They responded, said Seer, eyes wide. The Council watched as the black sphere in their chamber blinked. A video played, human faces speaking in many languages. Soldiers, scientists, even children. Their message was simple. We know you're out there. You attacked us. We won't run. We won't hide. Come again, and we'll fight back. This is Earth. We do not kneel. No music, no threats, just words. But words full of fire. Counselor Drex stood up. We must send another probe. Stronger, smarter, stealth mode, the Council agreed. A new ship was sent. Silent, invisible. It would orbit the Earth and watch, learn. They thought they had control. They were wrong. 1 week later, The new probe arrived near Earth's orbit. It cloaked itself in darkness. It started collecting data, human military bases, weapon designs, communication signals. Everything was going well. Until it vanished. No signal, no escape. No answer. Inside the council chamber, chaos erupted. "This is not possible," shouted Drex. "The probe cannot be tracked." "But it was," said Seer. "They saw it, and they took it down." "But how?" Seer showed the last data from the probe, a flash of electromagnetic energy, and a launch from a mountain base in a place called Alaska. A human-made satellite had released a strange burst of plasma, targeting the probe exactly. "They are not advanced, but they are smart." The council fell into silence again. For the first time in many centuries, they were unsure. In the hidden human base, deep under the mountains, a young engineer named Tariq looked at the debris from the alien probe. He smiled. "They think we are behind," he said, "but we don't follow rules. We make our own." The base commander nodded. "We've fought monsters before. We thought they were from Earth. Now we know better." Lena Morales joined them. "We just proved something. They can bleed, and if they bleed, we can stop them," the commander finished. The humans began working faster. The alien tech was strange, but it gave them ideas. They didn't need to copy everything. They just needed to understand the weaknesses. In the council, a storm was rising. One counselor, a gray-skinned elder named Varnock, stood slowly. "I have lived for 10,000 cycles," he said. "And I have seen this before. Long ago on a distant world, we met a race like this, full of fire, full of madness. We ignored them, and they burned half the galaxy before they died." The others listened closely. "Humans are not like us. They are not machines. They do not calculate before they fight. They act, they adapt. They evolve in days what takes us centuries." Counselor Drex frowned. "So what do you suggest? That we leave them alone?" "No," Varnock said. "We watch. We learn, and we prepare. For war." The video screens in the council chamber lit up again. This time, it was not a broadcast from Earth. It was from a Zarkaline scout ship, one hiding near the moon. The feed was shaky. Sounds of alarms, screams. Then a human voice. "You shouldn't have come here." Gunfire, explosions, darkness. The screen went black. A single message remained. "Your move." Back on Earth, Lena looked at the stars. "They wanted to study us," she said quietly. "Now they know we're not just survivors, we're warriors." Tariq walked beside her. "And we're just getting started." The camera pulled back, rising into the sky, past the clouds, into space, where small human satellites were already changing, growing, preparing. Because now Earth knew it wasn't alone, and Earth would never be quiet again. Above the clouds of Earth, in the cold silence of space, the Zarkatalin stealth ship floated like a shadow. It was designed to be invisible. No lights, no noise, no trace. Even the strongest human radar could not see it. Inside the ship, Commander Valker stood tall. His skin was pale blue, his eyes like glowing ice. He had studied war for over 600 years. He had destroyed 10 civilizations. Earth, he believed, would be no different. "They are bold," he said to his crew. "But boldness is not strength." The mission was clear. Enter Earth's orbit, stay hidden, gather information, and return to the council with proof of human weakness. Valker believed this would be easy. He was wrong. Far below, in a mountain base in Colorado, humans were watching the sky, not with normal radar, not with satellites, but with something new, a device they called Ghost Eye. Dr. Lena Morales stood beside the glowing screen. The signal was faint, like a whisper in a storm. But it was there. "Something's moving," she said. "Not natural. It bends the light." Beside her, the young engineer Tariq frowned. That's not stealth, that's cloaking. Alien tech. Lena nodded. And it's watching us. They activated Protocol Zero, a silent tracking mode that wouldn't alert the intruder. For now the humans just watched, listened, learned, just like the aliens had planned to do, but this time. The prey was watching the hunter. In orbit, Commander Valker began scanning Earth's defense systems. He saw chaos, thousands of unconnected signals, old radio waves, broken satellites. Disorganized, he said. No central control. But he missed something. A small human drone, floating in Earth's upper atmosphere, had turned slightly. It wasn't aiming at him yet, but it had noticed the change in heat. It had started recording. Still, Valker felt no fear. Let them look. They cannot touch us. Then, something strange happened. A human signal pinged back at his ship. It wasn't loud. Just a whisper, but it said one word. Found. Panic touched Valkor's mind. Impossible, he said. Activate full cloak. But the cloak didn't respond. The lights flickered. The ship shook slightly. What is this? Below, Earth had launched something small. It wasn't a missile. It wasn't fast. It was a signal jammer carried by a weather balloon. Simple, but smart. The Zarkulan ship began to lose its systems. Power dropped. Controls froze. The predator had become the prey. Inside the council chamber, alarms rang again. Our stealth ship is under attack. A guard shouted. Drex stood up in shock. How? They don't have the power. Seer replied quietly, maybe. Not power, but strategy. A screen showed Valkor's final message. They knew we were coming. We are falling. Systems lost. Do not underestimate them. The signal ended. Silence filled the room. This was the first time a Zarkulan stealth ship had ever been defeated, on Earth. The wreck of the alien ship burned in a hidden valley. Humans reached it within minutes. Black helicopters landed. Soldiers formed a circle. Lena and Tariq entered the craft. It was bigger inside than it looked. Smooth walls. Strange lights. Everything broken. Then they saw it. A movement. One of the aliens was alive. He had a broken arm, one eye shut. He raised his hand slowly. The soldiers raised their weapons. No. Lena said, we take him alive. The alien looked at her with confusion. Why didn't they kill him? In the underground human base, the alien was placed in a glass room. No restraints, just observation. Lena entered slowly. I am Dr. Lena Morales, she said calmly. Do you understand me? The alien stayed quiet, but his eyes were watching everything. Tariq joined her. He's scanning us. With his mind, the alien finally spoke in perfect English. You are not like others. Lena was shocked. How do you know our language? We have studied your broadcasts. We know your wars, your pain, your violence. He paused. But we did not expect your resistance. Lena leaned forward. Why are you here? The alien looked at her. For a moment, there was no pride. In his face, only fear. To stop your rise, he said. Before you become a danger to the galaxy. The council met in emergency session. They captured one of ours, Drex growled. This is an insult. Varnak shook his head. No, this is a message. They could have killed him. They chose not to. Seer nodded. They want us to know something. What? Drex snapped. That they learn, Seer said. And fast. Back on Earth, scientists began studying the wrecked ship. Inside it, they found a strange core. Not metal, not energy. It was living. It's some kind of biotech, Tariq said. It adapts to its user. So it thinks? Lena asked. No, Tariq replied. It learns just like us. They hooked it up to human computers. For the first time, Earth had access to alien design. They didn't need to copy it. Just understand it enough to break it, and maybe build something new. In the glass cell, the alien sat still. His name was Krental. He had fought in 37 wars. But nothing prepared him for Earth. These humans, he thought, they are different. They didn't have advanced tech. They didn't have ships that flew between stars. But they had something else: instinct, emotion, madness. And it worked. He saw them laugh in labs, fight in training rooms, cry for their dead. And yet, every time they fell, they got back up. One night he asked, "Lena, why do you fight?" She answered simply, "Because we must. Because no one else will protect us." He looked at her for a long time. Maybe they were not monsters. Maybe they were something worse. Survivors. In the council, debate exploded. Some wanted to attack Earth with full power. Others warned it was too late for that. "They have tasted victory," Varnock said. "They have felt our blood. That changes everything." Drex slammed the table. "We are the Zarkalan. We do not lose to children." Seer stood quietly. "No," she said. "We lose to humans." Everyone stared at her. "They do not fear us. And that is our greatest weakness." In a secure human lab, the biotech core began to glow. It had connected to Earth's internet. It had started learning. But it wasn't corrupting human systems. It was doing something stranger. Talking to them, sending images. Visions. Maps of alien worlds, weak points in alien defenses, notes about other species, other enemies. "It's helping us?" Tariq asked. Lena replied, "Or maybe it's choosing a side." Because for the first time, the alien tech had seen human will, human rage, human freedom. And it found it beautiful. Krental sat in his cell, eyes closed. He knew what the council would do next. They would send force, but it would be the second mistake, and maybe their last. Because Earth was no longer blind. Earth was watching the stars, and Earth was ready. Far beyond the moon, inside the Zarkalan battle core, the council had made their decision. They would no longer watch. No more small probes. No more studies. Earth had become dangerous. Counselor Drek stood before a huge screen, his face full of anger. "They challenge us. They capture our warriors. They steal our tech." He raised his hand. "It ends now." Behind him, the silent sky fleet prepared for launch. 5 cloaked ships. No sound, no signal. Full stealth. Their mission was clear. Enter Earth sky. Destroy all military bases in one night. Leave no survivors. The humans would not even see them coming. But this would be the Council's third mistake. In Colorado, inside the underground Earth Defense Base, Dr. Lena Morales studied the alien core. The strange living tech had changed. It pulsed faster. It showed new patterns. "It's warning us," she sighed. "Something's coming." Tariq looked at the sky tracker. Nothing's on radar. No heat signals. No satellites reporting movement. "Because they're using full stealth," Lena said. Commander Riker, standing nearby, frowned. "Then we trust our new friend." He pointed at the alien core. "Prep Operation Silent Sky. We launch before they strike." 1 hour later, across Earth, secret defense stations activated. Silent missiles were raised from underground. Lasers, still experimental, charged with power. Human jets, fitted with modified alien parts, stood ready on runways. In Alaska, India, South Africa, and Australia, watch teams stood alert. Still, nothing showed in the sky. Commander Riker stared at the blank radar screen. "Any visual?" he asked. The operator shook his head. "Still no signs. The sky is empty." But Lena was sure. "They're already here," she whispered, high above the Earth. 5 Zarkalan ships floated in silence. Their metal skins bent light. Their engines made no sound. Not even space dust moved around them. Inside the lead ship, Captain Vior scanned the planet. "Targets locked," he said. "Fire in 3, 2. He never said 1. Suddenly, the sky exploded. From the surface of Earth, a blast of plasma shot up. hitting the lead ship directly. It burned through the cloak, pierced the hull, and turned the ship into a fireball. The explosion lit up the clouds below. The other ships scattered. How did they see us? One pilot shouted, "We were undetectable." But they were wrong. Earth had built something new. Something the aliens didn't expect. From hidden mountain peaks, human sky towers rose, made with parts taken from the first captured ship. They sent out anti-cloak pulses, signals that disrupted invisibility. Now, the once hidden ships were exposed. For the first time, humans saw them with their own eyes, massive black triangles with red lights, floating silently, beautiful, and deadly. But humans didn't run. They attacked. Fighter jets launched. Missiles flew. Lasers cut the sky. One of the alien ships tried to flee, but a human drone followed it, dodging, diving, and finally crashing into its engine core. Boom. A second ship fell. In space. Alarms rang inside the Zarkalan council chamber. "Was supposed to be clean," shouted Drex. "They have turned the sky into a battlefield," Varnock said. "They're using our tech," Seer added. "No," Drex replied. "They're improving it." On Earth, chaos and fire filled the sky, but there was no fear. Civilians were hidden. Military teams moved with coordination. And everywhere, the message was clear. "We see you now. You are not gods. You are not safe." In Africa, human tanks opened fire on a falling alien ship, finishing it off. In the Pacific Ocean, a submarine launched a warhead that destroyed the fourth invader. Only one Zarkalan ship remained. It tried to go higher, above Earth's atmosphere, but it wasn't fast enough. A new Earth weapon, a railgun satellite, hit it with pure kinetic energy. The last alien ship broke into pieces and fell like burning stars. Later that night, in the Earth Defense Command Center, Commander Raker stood in front of the giant screen. "All 5 ships destroyed," the officer confirmed. "We lost 22 jets and 9 drones. No cities were hit. No civilian deaths." Silence followed. Tariq whispered, "We just won a space battle." Lena looked at the alien core. It pulsed, slowly, like it was smiling. In the council chamber, the mood was dark. "How did it happen?" Drex asked. "We had the element of surprise." Varnock replied, "They're not like other species. They do not fear stronger enemies. They study, they build, they fight." Seer added, "And now they believe they can win." That was more dangerous than any weapon. Belief. In his glass cell, the alien prisoner, Krental, watched the human news broadcast on a small screen. He saw the headlines: "World unites after sky attack. Humans destroy alien invasion. Earth now prepares for the stars." He closed his eyes. "We tried to stop them early," he thought. "That was our first mistake. We tried to scare them," he thought. "That was our second. And we attacked their sky," he said softly. "That was the third mistake. They will not forgive. They will not forget." And now, they were coming. Later that week, a secret human project was activated, Project Skyfire, using alien parts and human design. Earth was building its first real space fleet, ships that could leave Earth. Ships that could fight back. And lead the way to the stars. In a hidden hangar, Lena and Tariq walked past a huge black ship, sleek, fast, deadly. "First flight in 7 days," Tariq said. "Is it ready?" Lena asked. "It has to be," he answered, "because next time, we won't be defending Earth." She nodded. "We'll be taking the fight to them." The camera pulled away into the night sky. Past the burned alien ship still falling like shooting stars. And toward the blackness beyond. Where something even bigger was waiting. The stars looked peaceful from Earth, but peace was a lie. Far beyond the moon, deep in the black sky, a storm was building. Not clouds, not fire, but plans, secrets, and war. Inside the Zarkalan High Council's core world, a massive black planet. Named Varlin, the top leaders had gathered in silence, not in rage, in fear. Counselor Sear stood before the others. Her voice was calm, but sharp. Humans were supposed to be a whisper, a flame easy to blow out, but now they are fire. She tapped her fingers, and fire spreads. Counselor Drex growled, "They are still weak. Their minds are short. Their tech is stolen." Varnuk replied, "Yes, but they use it better than we ever imagined." On the screen behind them, video of Earth's first successful counterattack in the sky. "They have destroyed 5 of our best ships. Now they're building their own," Sear said. "They have named it Project Skyfire." She paused. "And they are coming." Back on Earth, deep inside Hangar X9, Project Skyfire was complete. It was not just one ship. It was 3. Each made with alien parts, human engines, and something new, II built with alien memory cores. Lid's ship was called Shadowlight. Its pilot, Commander Reyna Cross, a war veteran, sharp, fast, and never afraid. Beside her was Tariq, now the chief systems engineer. And on the main console, watching everything, was NOVA, an artificial intelligence. Created from the Zarkalan core, recovered in Part 1. "Where do we go first?" Reyna asked. Lena appeared on the screen. "We found a signal," she said. "The alien tech gave us coordinates." Tariq looked up. "A hidden outpost, not the main world, but something important." "Are you sure it's not a trap?" Reyna asked. Lena nodded. "Of course it's a trap. But we're not going to walk in. She smiled. "We're going to kick the door down." 2 days later, the Shadowlight rose silently from Earth skies. No public broadcast. No media. This was the first human strike mission into deep space. Destination: Dark Sand Outpost, a secret Zarkalan station on the edge of their controlled space. A place where council plans were stored. A place where humans could finally learn the truth about why Earth was attacked and what the council feared most. As the Shadowlight moved into hyperspeed, Nova showed the crew a map. "The station is hidden inside a dead star's orbit. The gravity is unstable. Time moves slower there." Reyna blinked. "Great, so if we mess up, we die. In slow motion." Tariq laughed nervously. "Comforting. Any defenses?" Reyna asked. Nova showed 3 red rings. "Yes, auto turrets. No life signs detected. It's mostly I-run." "So they didn't expect visitors," Reyna said. "Good." She pushed the controls forward. "Let's say hello." The Dark Sand outpost was quiet. Too quiet. The ship slowed as it approached. The station looked abandoned, black metal, covered in dust. No lights, no movement. But Nova was not fooled. "Hidden weapons detected," she warned. "Cloaked, charging." Reyna moved fast. "Tariq, EMP pulse." Tariq pressed the button. A wave of blue light spread out from the ship. Cloaked turrets sparked and shut down. Reyna grinned. "Knock knock." Shadowlight docked with the outpost. The doors opened with a long hiss, and the team stepped into the darkness. Inside, the outpost was cold. No sounds. No guards, just old metal and floating dust. But on the walls, symbols. Tariq read them slowly. "Zarkalan Council plans. Earth-related threats." Then he stopped. "Wait, what's this?" They found a file. Written in alien code, but now easy to translate. Title: Protocol Red Seed. Reyna read it aloud. "Human species marked dangerous, emotion-driven, adaptive, in 30 Earth years, predicted to exceed acceptable limits. Recommendation: early extinction, before influence spreads." Tariq's hands tightened into fists. "So they attacked not because we attacked them, but because they were afraid." Reyna whispered, "They were afraid of who we'd become." Further inside, they found a chamber with glowing screens. One showed Earth, its cities, armies, oceans. Another showed Mars, with a blinking ... Tariq frowned. "Wait, Is that? Reyna leaned in. A hidden base. On Mars, built by them. Nova confirmed. Yes, underground facility. Possibly more information. But more important than that, she said. The Council fears you, not your weapons, but your spirit. Reyna looked into the screen, saw Earth spinning. They wanted to break us before we rose. But it's too late. Suddenly, alarms. Screamed that the station's AI had awakened. Unauthorized access. Turrets dropped from the ceiling. Reyna pulled her sidearm. Tariq files. Nova hacked the doors. Shots fired. Sparks flew. Reyna dodged behind a pillar, returned fire. Tariq copied files to his wrist pad. Got it. Go, go, go. Reyna shouted. The team ran back toward the shadow light. Behind them, the station began to self-destruct. They barely made it to the ship before the outpost exploded. From space, it looked like a small supernova, but the data was safe. And Earth now had a new path. Mars. Back at Council HQ, a silent alarm pinged. Darksand outpost. Destroyed, a drone reported. Drex stood up in fury. Impossible. Seer remained quiet. No, it was always possible. She turned to the map. They know now. They know why we attacked. And that changes everything. On Earth, the information from the outpost was decoded. Lena stood before world leaders. They didn't attack for land, or power, or minerals. They attacked because they ran simulations and saw us growing too fast. Too wild, too unpredictable. She showed a screen of alien data. Human potential threat level. Maximum suggested solution. Erase early. Gasps filled the room. Then they made the first move, one general said. And we survived it, Lena replied. She tapped the table. Now, we fight forward. 2 weeks later, 3 ships rose from Earth. Shadowlight, Ironwing, and Torchfall. Destination, Mars. Objective, take the alien base. Learn more secrets. And prepare for the true war. As the ships passed the moon, Reyna spoke over comms. We're not explorers anymore. We're not victims either. We're hunters, and we're coming for answers. Tariq smiled, and maybe a little payback too. Far away, inside the council chamber, Seer gave one final warning. We tried to stop them. Before they woke up, we failed. They are awake now. And soon, they'll be standing on our doorstep. The red planet turned slowly under the stars. Mars had always been silent. Dead. Until now. From deep below the rocky surface, lights blinked, signals pulsed, machines hummed, and something ancient moved in the shadows. This was no human base. It was Zarkalan, and it was not empty. The 3 Earth ships, Shadowlight, Ironwing, and Torchfall, entered Mars orbit. Commander Reyna Cross stood at the window of Shadowlight. Her eyes fixed on the surface. Looks quiet. Tariq said. That's what they want, Reyna replied. Nova, the AI, confirmed. There's movement. Underground. Cloak tech. Not active yet. Tariq brought up the scan. There's a shaft, 30 kilometers east of Olympus Mons. Leads into a cavern. That's our way in. Prep ground team, Reyna ordered. We go in hard. We leave. With answers. The shuttle landed on red dust. Winds blew softly. The crew, 20 elite soldiers, scientists, and tech experts, moved quickly. Suits sealed, weapons armed. Reyna led from the front. Behind her, Tariq and a young linguist named Aaron Vale followed, inside. The shaft, the team descended. The metal was alien. Black and curved, smooth, but warm. Like living skin. This place is alive, Aaron whispered. And then, the lights came on. Not by touch. Not by command. By presence. The base knew they had arrived. Far away. On the Zarkalan Council planet. Drex's eyes widened. An alarm echoed through the chamber. Human life forms inside Mars outpost. Varnock shook his head. That base was hidden for 200 years. They found it in 2 weeks. Seer narrowed her eyes. Now they want more than victory. They want our secrets. Back on Mars, the team entered a central control room. The walls lit up with holograms. Alien ships, star maps, council meetings. And Earth. Tariq accessed the system using the data from the destroyed Darksand outpost. Suddenly, one screen changed. File unlocked. The first EONCOU and read an alien translation aloud. Earth was visited once before, 7,000 years ago. Primitive humans, fire, stone, fear. But one tribe spoke to us. They called us Sky Flames. They learned quickly. 2. Quickly, the file continued. We left. But we marked Earth, watched its growth, ran simulations. Humans were always the unknown. Reyna stepped back. They've been watching us for thousands of years? Tariq's voice shook. No, worse. They knew we were different. And they waited to destroy us before we could change the galaxy. Aaron found another screen, a chart. It showed hundreds of other species, all ranked. Most were labeled stable, obedient, predictable. Only one species was marked in red. Homo sapiens, threat level, extreme. Suddenly, the room went dark. Heavy doors slammed shut. Lockdown. Nova said. Incoming life forms, not drones. Reyna lifted her weapon. Aliens? No, Nova replied. Something else. From the shadows, tall figures stepped forward, humanoid. But strange, not Zarkalane soldiers. These were hybrids, part organic, part machine. Tariq gasped. They've been experimenting, trying to copy human biology. One hybrid stepped close. Its voice was mechanical, but clear. You are early. We are future. You are virus. Reyna didn't wait. Light them up. The fight was brutal. Fast, close, silent. The hybrids were strong, but not invincible. Reyna fought with sharp focus. Aaron used shock charges. Tariq hacked their movement systems. One by one, the hybrids fell, but one escaped deeper into the base. Reyna followed and found a chamber. Inside, a massive pod. And in it, floating in a blue liquid, a human child. Tariq and Aaron arrived seconds later. What is this? Aaron asked. Reyna stared, stunned. Tariq read the console. This is a cloned human, based on samples taken from early Earth tribes, grown slowly, modified. Reyna's voice was cold. They were trying to create us. In their control, a human that obeys. And if it worked? Aaron asked. They'd replace us, Tariq said, with their version. From orbit, Shadowlight detected movement. Nova spoke. Zarkalan response ships incoming. Fast. Reyna tapped her come. All teams, exfil now. Tariq began downloading files from the chamber. We can't leave this data behind. The base began to shake. Self-destruct initiated. Too late. Aaron shouted. Reyna looked at the pod. We're taking the child. But no time. She grabbed the pod's controls and ejected the fluid. The child, barely alive, gasped softly. Vital stable, Nova said. He's human, full DNA match. Reyna nodded. Then he's coming home. The team ran. Walls exploded. Fire followed. As they reached the surface, the Earth shuttle rose to meet them. Alien ships entered the atmosphere behind them. Lasers fired. But Earth's Torchfall ship dropped from orbit, firing intercept missiles. A dogfight began in Mars's thin air. Reyna's team lifted off just in time. Below, the base exploded. Mars shook. The red soil rose like a wave. But above it, so did the humans. Alive, victorious, and holding something the Council never expected to lose. Proof, evidence, and a new human child grown by aliens, now raised by Earth. Later, back on Earth, Lena studied the clone child. He's perfect, she said, but modified. He thinks in pictures, dreams in code. Not dangerous? Reyna replied. Only if we let the wrong people raise him. Lena smiled. Then he stays with us. We name him? Reyna looked at the stars. Let's call him Echo, because he's their echo of us. And we'll teach him how to speak like a human. On the Zarkalin Council world, the news arrived. Mars base. Gone. Data. Stolen clone. Missing. Drek shouted, "How could this happen?" Varnuk answered slowly, "They are not just fighting. They are learning." Seer added, "They are becoming what we feared. And now, they are coming here." From Earth, 3 new ships launched. Not scouts, not defense. They were warships. Built with purpose. Their mission: infiltrate the Council world, end the threat at its root. And finally, let the galaxy hear a new sound, the voice of free humans. Not servants. Not clones. Not tools. Warriors. And rising stars. The boy sat alone in a quiet room under Earth's most secure base. No windows. Just screens. Just silence. He had no name of his own, but humans had given him one. Eco. He was not born like other children. He was grown in a tank on Mars by aliens who feared what he might become, but they were too late. Now, he belonged to Earth. And he was starting to dream. Lena watched him from behind a glass wall. "He doesn't talk much," she said. Reyna stood beside her. "He doesn't need to. He listens." Echo looked up at the glass, his eyes glowing faint blue. "He understands more than we know." Lena whispered. Tariq entered the room with a data pad. His brain scans are strange. He sees symbols before we even show them. He dreams of places he's never been. Reyna nodded. "That's not all. He's connected." "Connected to what?" Lena asked. Reyna's voice dropped. "To them." Deep in space, inside the council chamber, Seer sat in quiet rage. "We created him," she said. "He was supposed to obey." Drex slammed his fist. "Now he is theirs." Varnuk stared into the screen. "He will speak soon. And when he does, he will tell Earth how to find us." "We must silence him," Drex growled. Seer shook her head. "No, we must prepare. Because the humans will come. And he will lead them." Echo sat in his room, drawing on the wall, not with crayons, with light. Blue symbols appeared on the stone surface, alien runes, complex star maps, and names of systems no human had visited. Lena asked gently, "What are these, Echo?" Echo didn't speak. He drew a circle with 3 lines through it. Tariq gasped. "That's the council world. Do you know where it is?" Reyna asked. Echo turned, his voice soft and mechanical. "Yes. And they know I remember." Within hours, Earth's top leaders gathered. Lena explained everything. The boy's memory contains ancient council data, their planet's location, defense patterns, even their language code. One general stood up. "We launch now." Reyna stopped him. "No, we go smart, not loud." She pointed to the screen. "They expect an army. We'll send a ghost crew. Small team. Infiltration with Echo." The room went silent. "You want to bring a child into the heart of the enemy?" someone asked. Reyna answered calmly. "He's not just a child. He's the key." 3 days later, a stealth ship named Blackveil rose from Earth. Aboard, Commander Reyna crossed Tariq, systems and encryption, Lena, alien linguist, Echo, the memory of the enemy, and 2 elite soldiers, Diaz and Iconova, now fully integrated into Blackveil, piloted the ship. Echo sat quietly in the command seat, eyes closed. Reyna looked at him. "You okay?" Echo opened his eyes. "They are waiting." Blackveil moved through uncharted space. No beacons. No trails. Just a path. Echo saw in his mind. Every night he whispered in sleep. Dark core. Blue sun, the hidden one. And then one day he opened his eyes wide. "There," he said. On the screen appeared a dead planet. Black rock, floating inside a glowing nebula. "It's not on any map," Lena whispered. Tariq scanned. "No. Signals, no activity," Reyna nodded. "That's how you hide a council world. They landed in darkness. No guards. No resistance. Only a long tunnel with lights that activated as they walked. The walls shimmered with blue mist. Echo touched one. Symbols glowed. Echo, Lena warned. Careful. But the wall opened, revealing a stairway. Shortcut, Echo said, smiling for the first time. Creepy kid, Diaz muttered. Powerful kid. Echo replied. At the end of the path, they found a chamber, inside, a central core of energy, glowing and alive. Nova's voice crackled. This is their nerve center. Everything the Council sees, this core sees too. Tariq stepped forward, inserting the decryption rod. The lights flashed. Data streamed across the air. Systems, codes, meeting logs. And then, Project Final Kajirena read the details aloud. The Council was planning a weapon. Not to destroy Earth, but to control it. Tariq added, they were going to lock Earth inside a gravity field, freeze time and evolution. Lena looked shocked. They didn't want war. They wanted pause. So we'd never become more. Echo stepped forward. His hand hovered over the core. I can shut it down, he said. But I must go inside. No, Reyna said. You're just a child. Echo looked up. I am more than that. This is what I was made for. He turned to them. If I go inside, I can give you full access. But you must leave before they find you. Tariq asked, will you survive? Echo smiled sadly. I don't know. Reyna stepped closer. You don't have to do this. Echo blinked. But I choose to. He placed both hands on the core. The energy absorbed him slowly. Data exploded into the ship's systems. Every Council secret. Their leaders. Their fleet. Their weaknesses. Echo's voice echoed around them. Go now, before they see. The team rushed back through the tunnel. Council drones began to awaken. Sirens howled. Nova screamed. We're out of time. Reyna looked back. Inside the chamber, Echo was glowing. A small boy. A huge light. The voice of a new future. Black Veil launched as the planet shook. Behind them, the Council world dimmed, as if its heart had stopped beating. Back on Earth, the data Echo sent changed everything. Maps, ship layouts, war plans. Reyna stood before world leaders. We know where they are. We know how they think. And now, we know what they fear. Lena added softly, they feared one child, and they lost him. Somewhere in deep space, in the silent remains of the core world. A light blinked. A voice whispered, I am still here. I am Echo. And I remember everything. The Earth was no longer silent. Factories lit the night skies. Shipyards roared with new engines. And people, billions of them, looked to the stars with one voice. No more fear. No more hiding. We fight. They called themselves the Fireborn, not soldiers, but defenders of Earth's future. And they were ready. Commander Reyna Cross stood on the bridge of Earth's new flagship, Solar Vengeance. Her eyes scanned the screens. Behind her, 20 other ships stood ready. Stealth ships, war cruisers, signal jammers. We strike at the heart, she said. Lena nodded beside her. We have the Council's weaknesses, thanks to Echo. Tariq was busy setting coordinates, and Echo is still alive, he added. Somewhere. Reyna's voice tightened. Then we find him, and we finish what they started. On the hidden Council world, deep under the surface, Echo floated inside the remains of the control core. His body had changed. He no longer needed food. No longer needed sleep. He had become a signal, a living bridge between human and alien systems. But he was not alone. From the shadows, a voice spoke. You betrayed your creators. Echo didn't move. I made a choice. Seer stepped into view. You were meant to be their end, not their hope. Echo opened his glowing eyes. I saw their truth, their fire, and it was beautiful. Seer raised a blade of light. Then you will burn with them. Earth's Fleet entered Council space quietly, hidden by the stealth field designed by Tariq, the Council's home planet. Velarith spun calmly. No signs of defense. Too calm. It's a trap, Lena said. Reyna smiled coldly. Good, then let's break it. Black Veil, the stealth ship from Part 6, led the first drop unit. Diaz and Aiko returned with 5 elite Fireborn soldiers. Tariq monitored from orbit. Suddenly, alarms. Council warships decloaking. 10, 30. Then 50. They've been waiting, Tariq shouted. Reyna gave the order. We don't run, we burn. The space battle exploded. Fire against fire. Earth's ships were newer, faster, but fewer. Council ships moved like living shadows, bending light, warping space. But humans had something more dangerous. Unpredictability, rage, heart. Reyna piloted solar vengeance straight into the enemy's core. Target their command relay. She shouted, take out their orders. Let them panic. And panic they did. Earth's forces pushed through. Meanwhile, on the surface, Blackveil's team landed inside a massive dome. The air shimmered. Energy buzzed. And there, at the center, a glowing prison. Inside it, Echo. Diaz fired at the locks. Iko hacked the walls. Lena reached forward, calling out, Echo, can you hear me? His voice came into their minds, soft and deep. You came. I dreamed of this. Reyna's voice came through Comes. Get him out. Now. Suddenly Seer appeared. Behind them. You cannot have him. He belongs to us. She raised her hand, light forming a blade. Aiko charged. The fight was brutal. Seer moved fast, cutting with precision. Diaz took a blow to the chest and fell. Aiko tackled Seer into the wall, both of them vanishing into the energy field. Lena screamed. Echo, help us. Echo's eyes opened fully. Blue light exploded from his body. The prison shattered. Seer flew backward and the entire dome cracked. No more cages, Echo said. Not for me. Not for my people. In orbit, Council ships faltered. Their systems glitched. Nova announced. New signal entering enemy AI network. Reyna smiled. That's our boy. Echo, now connected to every system, took over the battlefield. Enemy targeting failed. Engines stopped. Lights died. And Earth's ships roared forward, destroying what was left. But on the ground, Seer crawled toward a final control switch. She whispered, if I can't win, I'll erase you. Lena saw it too late. Echo, stop her. Seer slammed her hand down. A pulse of red light shot through the ground. Echo staggered. What was that? Reyna shouted. Tariq scanned the data. They activated something ancient. Something below the city. And then the planet cracked. Deep hum filled the air. The Council had a last weapon. Buried, alive. The ground split wide. From the depths rose a massive shape, dark, insect-like, 10 stories tall. A world eater, Tariq gasped. It's not tech, it's a creature. Reyna shouted, Echo, can you stop it? Echo looked pale. It's older than me. Older than the Council. But I can try. He flew upward, light surrounding him. The world eater roared. Its eyes locked on Echo. You are false light, it said. I am the dark truth. And the sky turned red. Echo attacked with waves of sound, thought, and light. The creature struck back with raw force. Every hit shook the planet. Ships struggled to stay steady. Reyna ordered evacuation. This place won't hold. But Lena refused to leave. I stay with him. Reyna paused, then nodded. Then finish it. Echo focused everything into one final act. He dove into the heart of the beast. It screamed, 1,000 voices at once, and then silence. The creature stopped moving. Its body turned to dust. And Echo fell from the sky. Lena caught him. He was small again. Frail. But smiling. I saw it, he whispered. Their beginning. And their end. Back on Earth, the news spread. Fast, the council was broken, their world silenced. Their secrets revealed, the Fireburn had won, but they knew it was only the beginning. Reyna addressed Earth from the solar vengeance. We didn't start this war, but we ended it, and now we rise, not to rule, but to protect, from anything, from anywhere. Echo stood in a garden, watching real sunlight for the first time. Lena walked beside him. You okay? He nodded. They made me a voice. You made me human, she smiled. Welcome home, Echo. Our Fireburn star. The war was over. The council had fallen. Earth had survived. But the galaxy was not silent. And Echo was still awake. In a quiet room under Earth's sky. Echo stood before a large black screen. His hands moved slowly. He was building something. Not a weapon, not a map. Message, Reyna entered. Are you ready? Echo nodded. I have to speak. To all of them. Across the stars, satellites blinked. Unknown worlds paused. Ships in deep space stopped moving. Because suddenly, every signal, every screen, every device lit up with a face, a small boy, glowing with blue light. A calm voice, Echo. I was made to destroy, but I chose to protect. My name is Echo. I am part human, part machine, part something else. I carry the memories of the council, the pain they caused, and the fear they felt. But Earth showed me something they never did. Hope, fire, a reason to live. If you are out there, afraid, angry, or alone, know this, we are not your enemies. We are Fireburn. And we will protect what we love. If you want peace, call us. If you bring war, we will answer. This is Echo. And I remember everything. The signal ended, but the ripples had begun, across systems, across time, on a small planet beyond council maps. A tribe of silent watchers saw the message. One turned to the others. The fire has returned. Another whispered. He speaks like the first flame. We must prepare. On an abandoned moon near a dying star, an ancient prison flickered back to life. Inside, something stirred. It laughed. So, the children rise. Let them come. I am waiting. Back on Earth, Reyna stood before the Fireburn Council. Not generals. Not politicians. Just survivors. Thinkers. We've awakened something old, she said, and something angry. Lena added softly, but we've also sent a light. Tariq showed new data. 3 unknown ships have sent signals. Not hostile. Curious, Reyna nodded. It begins. Not a war, a wave. Echo walked through a new training facility. Young humans practiced with new tech. Part council, part Earth. They learned faster, moved better, thought deeper. They weren't just soldiers. They were echoes of a new age. One boy stopped and saluted him. Echo smiled. No need. You're one of us, the boy said. Echo paused. No, he replied. I'm one of all. Deep inside the old council vaults, Earth scientists uncovered something strange. A sealed pod. Inside it, a small figure. Alien, young, asleep. Reyna read the words etched on the pod. Do not fear the second. She remembers more than him. Tariq looked at Lena. Another echo? Lena shook her head. Something different. A whisper. Maybe a warning. In space, solar vengeance floated near the edge of a nebula. Reyna watched stars dance. Where? Do we go now? Lena asked. Reyna answered quietly. Where the signals go silent. Where the darkness waits. Where we are needed. Behind her, hundreds of ships powered up. Fireburn colors shining bright. No empire. No flag. Just one symbol. The fire. And the echo. Final log entry. Echo. I was never supposed to live this long. I was never meant to feel. But now I do. I dream of stars I've never seen. I dream of peace, but I'm ready for war. If you are lost, find the fire. If you are hunted, follow the sound. Because even in the darkest galaxy, an Echo remains.